I see it. Yeah, never say die. Gotta go, go. And for a long night, mono and kazero ayatsuru jiyu ni yukeru.
Hey there everybody, it's time to talk about the doll girl. It's time to talk about Alice. So Alice's deck is completely different in the show because she uses parts called like the Chimera doll or whatever. I don't remember. All I do remember is that it was a freaky episode with some freaky deaky things going on, and we're not gonna acknowledge it happened. We're not gonna worry about it. We're not gonna think about it. We're gonna think about the deck I made for her, which is just out of dolls. So here we go. The doll deck starts with Steel Ogre Grotto number 2, and then it moves on to Rose Doll, Rose Doll, Rose Doll. She has 3 stuffed animals. She's got Puppet King, her boss monster. She's got Puppet Queen, her mini boss monster. She's got Magical Marionette. She's got Triple Malice Doll of Demise. She's got Puppet Rook, triple. She's got her Mysterious Puppeteer, triple. She's got Bait Doll, Bait Doll, Bait Doll. Everyone has these 3. She has Tribute Doll, Tribute Doll, which I don't even remember if this is useful. I think it is. This guy's level 7? This guy's level 7. Okay, good. Yeah, Tribute Doll is useful there. She's got Ectoplasmer, which works well with Malice Doll of Demise. She's got Energy Drain, which I don't even remember why it's here. It has to do with their opponent's hand. Got it. It's got Call the Haunted, Magic Drain, and finally Magic Jammer 7 tools. So her deck is pretty well balanced, all things considered, and has some interesting things about it. Alice's stats. Alice's stats are actually not too bad, because we can ignore the luck stat. This is not bad. Looking at her stats, when it comes to attack stat, Steel or Grotto brings it down. Rogue Doll is fine. Stuffed Animal brings it down. Puppet King is really good. Puppet Queen is good. Magical Marionette is okay. Malice Doll is good. And Puppet Rook sucks. Mysterious Puppeteer sucks. Overall, it's a slightly below average attack deck, but it's okay, because this deck doesn't need its attack stat. It uses it. You can win duels with the attack stat. I have during test duels. But overall, these puppets can be used for other things than just attacking. Overall, when you win duels, it's thanks to Puppet Queen and King. These are the cards that win you duels, by the way. So moving into the speed stat, we definitely have some speed-based cards. Puppet King has a special summoning effect. Puppet Queen has a special summoning effect. Magical Marionette has a special summoning effect, or stealing effect? Whatever. We're going to count it. Malice Doll has a special summoning effect. Puppet Rook I don't know about. When this card is normal summon, you can change this card defense position. If you do summon Earth Warrior monster of your deck to the graveyard, your opponent's monsters must attack this card to Fable. Once a turn, when this card is targeted for an attack, you turn one level 6 or higher level Earth monster from the graveyard, special summon it, and change that to the attack target. Amazing. This card's amazing. Puppet Rook is busted for getting out Puppet King or Puppet Queen, your choice. So Puppet Rook is amazing, that's special summon. Mysterious Puppeteer is not for that. Bait Doll is not for that, but actually does refill because it goes back to the deck, so technically that's not search, but refill, so whatever. Tribute Doll is not a special summon per se, but it is a quicker summon. It helps you get Puppet King out or easier, so that counts. Not Ectoplasmer, not Energy Drain. Call the Haunted does help with special summons. So yeah, this is a fast deck, a decently fast deck with a lot of special summoning potential. Moving into the skill stat, Alice's skill stat is not average. It's a little below average, but does have some uses. Reasons are because you have stealing cards, you have infinite burn combos like Ectoplasmer with Malice Doll of Demise. You have healing with Mysterious Puppeteer. This card will heal you, so that's kind of nice. You have not much else. Not much else. When it comes to the tactics, Magical Marionette can be seen as a tactic taking your opponent's monster. Malice Doll of Demise is definitely a tactic with Ectoplasmer with its infinite burn strat. And Mysterious Puppeteer is definitely a tactic with its healing strat. So there are healing cards, there are burning cards, but overall this deck isn't about that. And you can technically stall with Malice Doll if you keep summoning it, even if your opponent does have a healing card. All things considered, this deck is not the most skill, but you can get some good damage off with skill. Moving into the defense stat, this deck is actually really good with defense. Steel or Grotto number 2, good with defense. Bad, 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 bad. Puppet King, good with defense, 2600. Puppet Queen, good with defense, 2500. This is above average for a single tribute monster. Magical Marionette, bad. Malice Doll is good, 1700 is usable. Puppet Rook's amazing, 1800. Not even mentioning its effect, it's just amazing as is. Mysterious Puppeteer is usable at 1500. So overall, above, like it's average, but a little above average. That little little spike above average defense. Luck stat doesn't exist. This deck doesn't work with it. Brick stat, this deck can brick, but it doesn't brick too often. The cards that make it brick, Bait Doll can brick it because you keep freaking putting this card back in your deck, which means you might keep drawing it, which means if your opponent doesn't run many spells or traps, which does happen in this series, you can kind of screw yourself. Steel or Grotto, kind of a brick. Puppet King technically is supposed to be a brick, but can be not a brick. Puppet Queen technically can be a brick, but is not a brick as well. Magical Marionette can be a brick. Bait Dolls, yeah, they're in the way. Tribute Doll only works on one monster, therefore they're in the way as well. These are bricky. Ectoplasmers can cause you to brick, funny enough. Energy Drains, they're fine, they're usable. Magic Drains, all these are all usable. So yeah, the brick stat is like, yeah, some of these cards can make you brick. Sometimes you'll be like, damn it, I wish I didn't draw Stuffed Animal with Bait Doll, with Ectoplasmer, with all this other crap Tribute Doll. Useless cards. I don't want any of them. But it's okay, because that doesn't happen too often. This deck is actually pretty damn decent. When it comes to Alice, what makes her most interesting is just her appearance in the show, where it's just like, hey Jaden, I'm an actual doll that's possessed and haunted. I'm not even a dual spirit, I'm just a haunted doll, which means hauntings are real. I mean, if dual spirits are real, I assume hauntings have to be real too. There's nothing wrong with that. But overall, what makes this character the most interesting is the fact that nobody talks about her again. It's almost like she haunted them and then was just completely forgotten about. Like, none of them cared. Like, if it was just Jaden, I'd understand, because he'd be like, I see spirits all the time. This doesn't mean shit to me. But it's like the other characters should care a lot more. And maybe they were a little possessed, maybe they're a little confused, but still, they should care by the time it was over. Like, this should be news. Ooh, dual spirits are real. Who gives a shit? Haunted doll. It's not based... they're like, what? Is it stuffed animal? No, it's not based off a Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's not based off a Yu-Gi-Oh card? Like, exactly. They'd freak the fuck out. Okay? A haunted doll that's not based off a Yu-Gi-Oh card comes to life. That's creepy. Granted, she has that doll parts thing, but that doesn't make her. It makes some weird chimera thing. It's horrifying. And I think she actually does have a doll that's based off her in the show, but it doesn't exist in this game, so there's nothing I could do for her. Either way, that's going to be it. Overall, her potential for winning the tournament is she can. This deck can win the tournament. It's not too good, not too bad, but overall, this deck does have some effective combos with Puppet King, Puppet Queen, and Puppet Rook to make this a usable deck. And Ectoplasmer does help with burning. If you're, losing in battle, you can at least burn your opponent down. In fact, this deck is so damn decent, I'm actually going to give it a 3-star potential. This Alice person gets 3 stars. Easily. She's a good duelist. I think the only weakness for her is that she can kill herself with Ectoplasmer rather than killing the opponent, especially if the opponent is better at special summoning, because her deck is not the fastest at that. It's better at searching. Yeah, it has special summoning effects, but it's better at searching. Either way, that's going to be it. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the final deck profile tomorrow. Bye-bye.